up, everyone? It's your boy, Seth Mangali, the Reverend of the Revolution, welcoming you to another edition of your Daily Revolution. Today's topic, how to change behavior, Xbox in the morning, and not ever yelling at your kids. That's a long title. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Some amazing things happen when you surround yourself with powerful people. You hear insights and distinctions. You see key principles and things that really allow you to be a powerful husband, powerful father, powerful mother, wife, powerful human being. And one of the great conversations inside of one of the groups that I'm a coach of called Man Wealth Ascension had one of our brothers share his experience of, I used to yell at my sons or my son to get up early, and now I just figured out that I really want my son to want to get up. And so how do you do that? Well, we had a great conversation, which led to me saying, you know what? He's right. Now, although I'm a coach and I'm Coach Satema and I'm a best-selling author and a Super Bowl champ and a trainer and a mentor, I am also a student. You see, if you're not learning every single day, if you're too prideful, if you got too much ego, well, look at me and look at my house and look at my cars and money and I'm too good and look at my faith. Don't do that. That only keeps you stuck. So on the group that I'm coaching, I listened and I'm like, you are absolutely right. And of course, I want to implement it quickly. Because sometimes I forget too. Sometimes I fall into the trap of forcing my kids to do things. And I am committed to being a 5-star daddy, or what we call a unicorn daddy, a daddy that doesn't even exist because we're so dang powerful. So over the weekend, I told my boys, hey, listen, if you get up early, brush your teeth, wash your face, comb your hair, gel it up, make your bed, get your bag ready, eat breakfast. If you do these things, and I was very clear about all the things they got to do. We have a lot of checklists in my home. Like, do your job and you can do what you're supposed to do, then you can do what and they'll fill in the blank. What we want to do, you got it. So I told them over the weekend, hey, if you get up early, you do all these things, you can actually play the Xbox before you go to school. Now, their eyes lit up as if like someone dumped a bunch of sugar inside of their mouth. They were just lit on fire. And a couple days later, this morning, I come home from the gym. I usually get home about 6:45. I walk in the house, the lights are on. My boys jump out and they say, good morning, Daddy. Like they were lit up. They were happy. They were excited. And I'm like, wow. Their hair was gelled, which they rarely, we have to remind them every day. The kitchen was clean. Their backpacks were sitting right by the doorway ready to go. And they said, Daddy, do you remember when you said that we could play the Xbox if we did all of our stuff? And I just smiled. 6:45. They said, we've been up for an hour, Dad. We've been waiting for an hour for you to get home. I'm like, well, I don't get home. We know, but we wanted to get ready. So this morning, they had about 20 minutes to go play the Xbox. And it was a smooth morning. We read some scriptures as we do in my family. It's one of our things that we do in the morning. Talked, we said prayers of family, and they ate breakfast, and I took them to school. Now, what's the significance of this? Is that when you realize that people all have self-interest. I have self-interest. This is a foundational principle inside of the prosperity revolution, where you do things because you want something. I do things because I want something. And instead of forcing my boys and doing these lame things that a lot of parents do sometimes, I did exactly what one of my brothers said on our Ascension call, which was, I'm going to reward the behavior that I want to have repeated. Again, reward the behavior that you want to have repeated. And that's the lesson here. And I rewarded the behavior. What was the behavior? Get up early, handle your business, brush your teeth, wash your face, gel your hair, make your bed, turn your lights off, get your backpack ready, and get your breakfast in, and be ready to read some scriptures. Guess what they did this morning? They did all of that an hour earlier. They were excited. They were eager. So the principle, reward the behavior that you want to have repeated. Now take this lesson into your physical health in the realm of physical fitness. Where can you reward behavior that is the one you want to have repeated? Where can you reward yourself for working out? Again, don't work out and then go reward yourself with a big, double chocolate shape with Blizzard from Dairy Queen. Don't do that. But if you think about this in your life right now, every part of your life, physical, spiritual, relational, financial, there are behaviors that if you rewarded them, if you showered them with praise and love and appreciation, you would be surprised at how fast the behavior gets repeated. This is easy with children. You like them doing something, you just tell them, man. And you could even talk to them like they're not in the room, but you let them hear. I'll do this with my wife. I'm like, hey, baby, do you see how Israel did that? You see what Zion did this morning? Man, he's just so good. And what do we know? We had people at our house yesterday on Sunday, which is what we usually do on Sundays. And my son, all the guests were at the dining room table. He comes up and he says, are you finished? May I take your plate? Takes all their plates, gets them more drinks, brings them paper towels or napkins. He serves them dessert. And it's because we have been telling him, son, you are so amazing. When you serve people, that is such a sign of respect. And we just shower them with love and praise and honor and appreciation. It's the same thing with your employees. If you have an employee or a team member that's not producing the way you want them to produce, just find the unworkable behavior, figure out what they want, and find a way to reward the behavior that you want to have repeated. Again, sometimes you just got to fire them because that's just not, that's not the win-win right now. But even in marriage, if you want something, if there's something that you want inside of your marriage, you're not getting it, well, go find out what your spouse wants and then find a way to create value for them in a way that it communicates value for you. Rewarding workable and desired behaviors to be repeated, that's the powerful way to do it. It's a powerful way to live. You don't have to force people. You don't have to yell. This is the same thing as a parent with our yelling. We have committed to not yelling, and it's been really good for about 5 weeks. Yes, we've been in this game for about 5 weeks of just we're going to talk to our kids. Why? Because when we yell at our kids, and again, I'm speaking like real, raw, authentic from my heart. When we yell at our kids, what we're showing to them is that the way to get what you want is to yell. And I don't want that. I'm clear about that. So what do? We started talking to our kids. We just started talking and sharing and being real. And if they would do something that we didn't like, we would just talk and breathe. And it's been amazing. It's really changed the culture and the fabric of our home. It's changed how our boys operate. And our oldest is getting it fast. Again, he's in 5th grade. Our middle son, he's still kind of on this, his brother's right next to him, and he thinks that yelling's the way. Now, I've got to take some credit for that. I obviously have showed him. I have shown my son how to yell. And what's not powerful is yelling, unless there's an imminent emergency or something going on. So I want you to know, if you'll reward the behavior that you want to have repeated, and you're rewarding it with the thing that they want. Again, this is just called creating value for them. If you'll do that, you'll be surprised at how fast people repeat the behavior because we all as human beings love praise and appreciation and compliments. We all love that. So where in your life right now can you go and reward the behavior? If there's something that your spouse does that you really like, can you appreciate it? Can you compliment it? Can you shower some serious love and praise onto that thing? In your business, do you reward yourself for working hard, or do you just grind and grind and grind and grind? I invite you to find ways to celebrate, to appreciate, to acknowledge what you've done, even if you're just rewarding yourself. Even if it's just something as simple as, I'm going to go get a manicure, pedicure. Yes, brothers, if you have not gotten a manicure, pedicure before, go get a manicure, pedicure. So it takes care of yourself. That's it. That's the podcast. That's the message today. If you want behaviors repeated, then find a way to reward those behaviors inside of your children, inside of your marriage, inside of your business, with your employees, even with yourself. This is your boy, Satem Mangala, reminding you, if you want to create a life of real radicals, results, a life that you love, it's going to require you to get into a relentless pursuit with a ruthless commitment to pay the piper every single day so that you can get to the top of your mountains where your prize, promises, and possibilities are waiting for you. The revolution has begun. Will you join us? And by the way, joining us means coming to Pro Rev Live, PROREVLIVE, which is short for Prosperity Revolution Live. ProRevLive.com. Check it out. I'll see you on the other side. I love you. I'm out. For more info on joining the revolution and living your greatest life of prosperity today, go to www.yourdailyrevolution.com and join us in waking up, turning your brain on, and prospering today.